covering all your local high school football games with highlights and scores. Now, Football Friday, brought to you by Alabama Credit Union.
And good evening and welcome into week number 8 of WVUA 23's Football Friday. I'm Gary Harris. The show is presented by Alabama Credit Union. Loans for real life. Visit alabamacu.com to learn more. All right, we have highlights from 14 high school football games for you this evening, plus our complete DCH Football Friday high school scoreboard, our Jolly Hearth and Patio Band of the Week, our cheerleaders, and we begin, as always, with our Tuscaloosa Tourism and Sports Game of the Week.
Now, the Game of the Week, sponsored by Tuscaloosa Tourism and Sports.
This one actually took place on Thursday night at Gordo. There's legendary Fayette head coach Walden Tucker, one of the best to ever do it. Used to be the coach at Gordo, back there to play his old school on that brand new beautiful turf field. Gordo, though, they weren't very hospitable. Early on in the first quarter, Tanner Bailey, the Oregon commit, finds Christopher Neal for 11 yards. That's a touchdown. And then watch Ben Capps with the pick. Now, Ben Capps had himself a game in the first half. That's the interception, and then Bailey finds Capps wide open behind the defense, 68 yards for the score. Capps had 137 yards receiving in the first half alone, and you saw that interception as well. Green Wave gets the ball to start the second half, and they go ahead and put this one away. Bailey, the strike to Neal for 45 yards. Gordo shuts out Fayette County last night. Huge win for the Green Wave, 27-0. The final score. All right, back to Friday. 4A Region 5, Northside hosting Oak Grove. Northside leads that 4A Region 5 that we just showed you Fayette County and Gordo from. And the Rams, man, they got the smoke going. They're on fire up in Samantha for this football team. Rams on a quick 4-play drive to start the game, capped off with a touchdown from Braden Green to Niari Bostic. 7-0 Rams up early. The Tigers, though, bounce back, trying to make a game out of this one. Riley Harmon calls his own number, and why not? Get you some. All the way down deep into Rams territory. Then Harmon will punch it in, and the Tigers missed the point after touchdown, 7-6, but from there it was all Northside as the Rams go on to roll 45-18, the final score in this football game tonight. Northside having a perfect season. What a team they've got there for Chris Hilliker this season up in Samantha. Class 6A Region 4, Paul Bryant at Hillcrest. And the homecoming queen, Sarah Cunningham, homecoming at Hillcrest tonight. And then Hillcrest rolling in this one, already up 41-6 in the third. Paul Bryant's Jordan Louis, though, this team has so much fight. They never quit, and he bounces it outside, breaks a tackle, and he is gone to the house. 70 yards for the Stampede, wearing the pink for breast cancer awareness. And then this is what I talk about with Paul Bryant. They're not going to win the game, but they just keep coming. They get a stop on defense, and it's Louis again. I mean, this kid can play. I mean, he's almost looked like a repeat of the last one. That's a 57-yard gain. And Hillcrest, though, was just too much tonight. They were able to, on both sides, have it. But you see these highlights, and you think it was Paul Bryant. But again, Luther Watkins, the takeaway and the touchdown, but it was not enough as Hillcrest fights off the late comeback bid by the Stampede and wins it tonight, 48-26, big region win for the Patriots. All right, more 6A Region 4, Brookwood at home versus Bessemer City tonight. This was quite a ball game tonight over in Brookwood. I tell you, Coach Mike Bramlett has got the Panthers playing some ball. Knocking on the door, Jacob Smithson punches it in, and Brookwood converts a two-point conversion. They would lead 8-0 in this one. Panthers looking for another score, but running back C.J. Cummings fumbles, and Tigers linebacker Christopher Whitsitt Jr. scoops it. And look at this. He's going to take it 98 yards. Unbelievable turnaround right there, and it's 8-7. The Purple Tigers with a huge play, but Brookwood would not be frustrated. They just kept coming. And they get this touchdown right here to make it 15-7, and Brookwood goes on to win it in overtime, 28-22, the final score tonight. All right, 4 games down, but oh so much still to come on this week number 8 edition of Football Friday. AISA action. Tuscaloosa Academy played host to Morgan Academy. We'll have that. But up next, the Tuscaloosa County Wildcats were at home this evening looking to shock the state. by pulling the huge Class 7A upset over the Hoover Bucks. Highlights when we return to Football Friday here on WVUA 23.
Hi, we're the Northridge Jaguars, and you're watching Football Fridays on WVUA 23.
All right, our cheerleaders presented by Pool and Patio Center. Welcome back to Football Friday, and I'm Gary Harris. First-year head coach Adam Weingarten has won at every head coaching stop he's had. However, he knew when he took the job at Tuscaloosa County High that it was going to take time to build a winner in that brutal Class 7A Region 3. Tonight, TCHS played host to second-ranked Hoover, and it was another long evening for the Cats. Here we go. Already up big, Hoover looking for more. Great crowd, though. A lot of enthusiasm. They're going to get it going up there. Culture is changing, but it's just tough. You're a little outmanned almost every week, it seems like. Bennett Meredith to Rotonio Hamilton, and he is taking it 40 yards for the touchdown. All Hoover tonight in this one. Closer to halftime now. Bennett, the quarterback for the Bucks, is going to play action it and then roll out and hit Sky Niblett as he gets it into the end zone. 42-7 before halftime. And then to start the third quarter, number 81, Jordan Woolen, is on the receiving end of this kickoff, and he finds a seam and he is gone. And he's not coming back. 49-7 early in the third. And as we check out the final, that would be the final tonight. Hoover over Tuscaloosa County High. Of course, Hoover getting ready for that showdown here soon against the Thompson Warriors. And speaking of Thompson in 7A Region 3, the number one ranked Thompson Warriors hosting Oak Mountain. Oak Mountain's a pretty good team. First quarter, first drive for Thompson. Quarterback Connor Harrell goes up top and hits Justin Pegues in stride, 7-0. Oak Mountain trying to get something going. They get a nice kickoff return right here. Devion Moss with some incredible moves. Gets pushed out of bounds. Oak Mountain gets it down to the 1, but Evan Smith and the Eagles, they try to run the old trick-a-doodle here, and don't fool around like that with Thompson. Jeremiah Alexander is there. Now the next play, 3rd and goal, and it's picked off in the end zone. The Warriors, though, were called for a penalty on the return, so no pick 6, but nonetheless a stop for the defense. Like I said, this would come back, but it would not matter. This was all Thompson tonight. As we go to the final, 48-0. This Thompson team absolutely destroying its competition. As I said, the Oak Mountain Eagles are a good football team. All right, rivalry game. Greensboro driving a little bit north to Moundville to take on Hale County. And Hale County taking the field, pumped up in Moundville tonight for this one. And all Hale County early. Quarterback Matthew Swartz connects with Jamarian Ryan's 33-yard touchdown. And the Wildcats get a little celebration penalty there. They get going again. Swartz, man, he's got a nice arm. Finds Ryan's again, this time for 35 yards. They hook up one more time. Wildcat defense strong as well. Malachi Pasteur, the pressure and the sack deep in Greensboro territory. Wildcats get it back, and the offense keeps doing what it was doing all night. Swartz to Ryan's again. 3 times in the first half they connect for touchdowns. That one's 15 yards. Ryan's had 83 yards receiving and 3 touchdowns in the first quarter. Hale County goes on to win this one big tonight. 35-16, the final score. American Christian hosting Dallas County. Now, this game was scheduled for Dallas County, but they had an issue with their light, so they had to move it to Tuscaloosa. ACA said, thank you very much. We'll take the home game. Dallas County's Marcavius Pullum, though, shocking the Patriots early on. He hands it off to Davion Jones, and that's a touchdown. And then a second touchdown for the Hornets. But here comes ACA. They say enough of this. Sawyer Dearman, the terrific quarterback, gets it to Tyler Flowers, and Tyler Flowers has got reservations for 6. That's a touchdown. Then Dearman is going to put it in the hands of Christian Harris. And the Patriots, who had to be surprised to be down a couple of touchdowns, tie it up. And then Dearman to Flowers again, and he is gone. Patriots started slow, but they finished fast as we check out the final, 62-28. But give Dallas County some credit. They came out there and struck fast, but too much ACA tonight. The Midfield Patriots were in Aliceville this evening, taking on the Yellow Jackets. Our Matthew Travis made the trip down to Pickens County for this one, and this was a defensive affair. No score in the first quarter. Anthony Johnson back to pass for Midfield, but that's a sack by the Yellow Jackets. Aliceville now with the ball. On second down, quarterback Tajarian Williams looking for Anthony Wilder, but it's tipped. And Midfield's Anthony Johnson, the same player who they have at quarterback, plays defensive back as well. He's got ball skills. 6-0 on the pick six. They failed to convert the extra point. Aliceville with the ball in the red zone on third down, but they are sacked. They got a long fourth down, and they go for it. They do not convert. This one went to halftime with Midfield on top 6-0, and Midfield Patriots go on to win it as we check out the final. 24-14. That's a big road win for them. Aliceville's a good football team. Nice road win for Midfield tonight. Well, still to come, our complete DCH Football Friday scoreboard, and Alabama gets set to take on Mississippi State tomorrow night in Starkville. But first, highlights from 5 more high school games on this 8th Friday night of the 2021 season. More Football Friday on the way here on WVUA 23.
Hi, we're the Brookwood High School cheerleaders, and you're watching Football Friday.
Welcome back to Football Friday. I'm Gary Harris. Last week was an emotional night for Tuscaloosa Academy as the school retired jersey number 32 in remembrance of their forever teammate, the late Fuller Goldsmith. Tonight, the Knights were at home again versus Morgan Academy. Let's go out to TA for the highlights. Morgan kicking off to start the second half, and that's what you're required to do. And Jack Standiford is required to catch the football and then take it all the way back for 6 as he turns on the Jets. That's the recommended way to start the third quarter, Jack. That put the Knights up 17-7 as they led 10-7 at the half. TA now on offense. Preston Lancaster gets it to Standifer again. But Morgan fights back in this one. Andrew Thomas finds Seek Mentor across the middle. Morgan, though, when they thought they had some momentum, the Knights Landon Stell comes in with the sack off the edge, and TA wins it by that margin, 17-7. Great win, and with the victory, Tuscaloosa Academy clinches the region championship. So how about that, boy? Big win tonight for the Knights. All right, 6A Region 4, Hueytown and McAdory, 2 really good football teams. And they are pumped up at McAdory. Hueytown, though, up 6-0 early, but here comes McAdory. DeAnthony Coleman finds Ja'Cory Wedded for the Yellow Jackets, tying the game as they would miss the PAT. Hueytown up 14-6, and the Golden Gophers in the red zone again. Earl Woods in the shotgun, gets the ball, and runs right for the easy score. It's now 21-6. Hueytown looking to pile on. Woods hands it off to Jaquil Rouser, who breaks one tackle and gets in for the touchdown. He crosses the plane. It's 28-6. McAdory looking to strike. Coleman to Jabari straight over the top and straight with the big reception. That made it 28-13. But Hueytown tonight, they have been scoring some points. 65 again tonight over McAdory, 65-25, the final. Clay-Chalkville at Pinson Valley. Pinson quarterback Zach Pyron is a Georgia Tech commit. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the state, and he'll show you why right here. 0-0 Pyron, 33 yards to Amari Thomas, and that makes it 7-0. 7-6 now, Pinson, and here comes Clay-Chalkville. Ed Osley had a night. Down the left sideline, 28 yards. That made it 12-7, Clay-Chalkville. 18-7 now in the second quarter. Pyron comes back with his legs. He's a dual threat guy, and he gets it into the end zone. That made it 18-15 as the Indians went for 2. But Osley answers. 2-yard touchdown run. It's 26-15. Cougars. And then Pyron here picked in the end zone by Squirrel White. A mistake. And as we check out the final, Clay-Chalkville, that's a huge win over the defending Class 6A state champions tonight, 42-23, the final. All right, corner at 8-0 Leeds tonight. And Leeds gets caught off guard. Right here, the Yellow Jackets, the onside kick. And that leads to Gavin Brown. An early 7-0 lead. Leeds, though, coming back. Jared Latta with the dart to Joshua Ruff, who turns on the Jets to get inside corner territory. And then the green wave inside the 10. Remitris Yelverton up the middle, and that ties it up at 7. Corner, though, driving again. But Jonathan Douglas, as this is actually Leeds pushing it in for a touchdown right there. And green wave Yelverton with the touchdown. And as we check out the final score tonight from Leeds, they are going to make it to 9-0 as they wind up routing corner tonight, 42-13 the final. Thursday night action, Mountain Brook at Homewood. Or check that, I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's Mountain Brook at Homewood. I had the wrong graphic in there, but this is Mountain Brook at Homewood. Chris Yeager, the Mountain Brook head coach, and Mountain Brook up 7-0, but John Colvin to Sims Brown, and it's now 14-0 for the Spartans. Second quarter, Homewood's Woods Ray, though, going to come back. He finds Charlie Reeves. It's now 14-7 as the Patriots get on the board. 21-7, Mountain Brook strikes again. Colvin to Brown again. That's as pretty as you can get, just like they drew it up on the chalkboard right there, 28-7. But Homewood battles back again. Woods Ray buys time, buys a lot of it, and then finds Charlie Reeves as the defense came up thinking that Ray was going to run, but he throws it 28-14, but not nearly enough as Mountain Brook gets the win last night over Homewood, 49-14 the final. Well, still to come, Alabama looks to end its losing streak at one game. The Tide will take on Mississippi State on Saturday night at Davis Wade Stadium in Starkville. Want to end that one-game losing skid. But first, all of Friday night scores are coming up on the Football Friday DCH scoreboard. We'll be right back. Gordo High School, our marching band of the week, presented by Jolly Hearth and Patio. Jolly Hearth and Patio reminds you that it's time to unwind. Welcome back to Football Friday on WVUA 23. I'm Gary Harris. It's time now to check in on all the scores from across West Alabama. Let's turn our attention to the DCH scoreboard, and let's get through them tonight. Jemison, no match for Central. The Falcons win it. Big win for Central, 40-10 over Jemison. Holt falls at Montevallo, 54-6 the final. Sipsey Valley falls on the road at Selma, 42-0. Bibb County, too much for Sumter Central, 41-6. It was West Blockton blanking Wilcox Central, 55-0. And Pickens County wins at home over Meek, 22-6. Brilliant topped Berry, 14-7, and Demopolis blew out Marbury, 54-7 the final. South Lamar wins at Lynn, 32-26, and Lamar County gets a road win at Sulligent, 21-7. Marion County falls at home to Hubbardsville, 26-14. The Lions take it. Haleyville over Curry, 55-8 the final. Addison nipped Hamilton, 22-21. Greene County wins big at Washington County, 57-6. It was South Choctaw Academy over Pickens Academy, 26-15. Otaga Academy blanked Southern Academy, 49-0. Gadsden City fought hard at home, but Hewitt-Trussville gets the big road win tonight, In Class 7A Region 3, 35-28. Vestavia Hills takes care of Spain Park, 37-6 the final. It was Chelsea over Shades Valley, 17-6. Helena beat Stanhope Elmore, 22-15 the final in that one. A couple other scores that you didn't see on your scoreboard. Winfield blanked JB Pennington, 48-0. And Southside Selma over RC Hats, 52-6. That's a wrap for our high school coverage, but we got more Football Friday still to come. Alabama made the short trip to Starkville on Friday. The Crimson Tide will face the Bulldogs of Mississippi State tomorrow night at Davis Wade Stadium. We'll have the latest next on Football Friday.
Cheerleaders, and you're watching Football Friday on WVUA 23.
I'm Gary Harris. Welcome back to Football Friday. Let's talk some college football now. The Crimson Tide departed at 4:15 this afternoon for the short 85-mile bus ride to Starkville on Highway 82. There's big bad Will Anderson, inside linebacker Christian Harris, defensive coordinator Pete Golding. He has been hearing it from the fans. There's Coach Golding, but I got a feeling this Alabama defense will answer the bell tomorrow night. Bryce Young, the quarterback, always cool, calm, and collected. Well, Alabama has prepared this week to face the MSU air raid offense, which quite honestly is different than about anything else they'll see this season.
You know, when they throw the ball, I don't know, I think it's pretty close to 80% of the time, almost on every down. You know, you have to change the way you think. You know, the old-fashioned, got to stop the run on regular downs and, you know, play the passes. You know, you got to kind of change to, yeah, we got to stop the runs, but, you know, we got to play really good pass defense on every down, because a lot of their passes are control game, get the ball out quick, short, you know, gain 5, 7 catch and runs. So you got to break on the ball and tackle well. And it's a little different mindset that your team has to have.
6 o'clock tomorrow night, the kick. I'll be there, and I'll have a live report post-game on the 10 o'clock news tomorrow night. Crimson Tide kickoff tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Thanks to our sponsors. Also want to thank Heat Pizza Bar. Frank Fleming and Paul and all the good folks there. They're feeding our crew tonight a lot of pizza after the show. Have a great night, everybody. See you tomorrow.